Well, last time we did an interview, Foolio had just gotten killed. Now, most of the people are caught. The girl that gave their location, she's cooperating. She's pregnant. And the interrogation footage actually came out with one of his alleged killers. Did you see that? So basically, like, the cops, and people are trying to say that I sound like one of the cops. You know, people have a field day with me. But the cop is basically like laughing at Foolio's murder. He's like, oh, this guy, I'm surprised he didn't get killed earlier. You know, he's desecrating people's graves and talking about dead people and all that. You know, he got what he deserved. And they're like, the cops are laughing at this young man getting murdered. Was that surprising?
Don't surprise me at all. I hadn't heard it all from cops.
Yeah.
Especially the big ones, like when you get caught and you a badass, like they be happy as fuck. I know one dude got, they walked straight on there, like, they finally got him. They finally got you. Yeah.
If you were to guess, what percentage of cops are decent people that are just doing their job and, you know, care about the job that they do and just want to improve the overall community and don't want to see innocent people getting hurt and activities that actually bring down the community, as opposed to people that are like, listen, I like fucking with people. I like having a badge.
I say probably 70%.
7% what?
65, 70% there to do the right thing and make it. You got 5% there before to just clock some fucking hours in and get back home. They don't give a really fuck what happened. You got 15% in there, motherfucker, to cause hell. They were cops made by what they happened to them in school. So they have a motive on their shoulder to fuck over everybody. You always got that 15%. That's the same thing with people. Cops are people. They people.
Yeah.
So you gonna have a certain amount that's crooked as fuck. You gonna have a certain amount that's there just to be there. You gonna have a certain motherfuckers there just to fuck over people. But I don't think all cops are bad. I run into several good cops, bro. Several motherfuckers who just from the look in their eyes, from the meeting we done had in these couple hours, I feel like have a genuine love for me. Shaking. It's Boosie, man. You been everything to me, bro. Like, you know, like, ready to shoot your ass for me. Like walking out in front of me when we leave the thing. I'm talking about, Boosie, I love you. Like, they got really, you know, all cops ain't bad cops, bro. Like, it's just that certain fucking bad apples make spoil the what? Whole bunch, you know?
Well, I think that
that's what we do as street dudes. We take what a couple cops doing and we blame it on the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, they say absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
Meaning that you give someone a whole bunch of power that they never had it before, and you tell them, like Trump is trying to say, you can't be prosecuted for your actions.
Right.
You could legally shoot people.
Right.
And look.
That authority, I just told you when he was a kid, he never had that authority. You
right.
know,
and think about it, right?
They kicked him in his ass. Go get the kickball. Threw the glove at him. Talked about his big teeth. Called him big back. He fucking wants revenge. The girl who he was loving, she got fucked by the little guy who was thugging at school. Mary, who he loved. She got fucked.
Mary.
She got fucked by Brandon, the football star with the tattoos. He is dramatized. Mm-hmm. Yes, he is dramatized, man. His parents went through a divorce. He been won't fuck up the man who looked like the man who fucked his mom.
Yeah.
He has him tied in his head. Some people are fucked up and going to that job to establish power. And death comes with power.
Do you know who hates snitches more than gangsters? Cops. See what happens when a cop snitches on other cops. The blue wall of silence. Cops hate snitches. They like snitches when it helps them do their job.
Right.
But they hate when their coworkers are snitches.
Are y'all snitches listening to this? All snitches in the world listening. I've got millions listening. You're listening to this, snitches? Are you listening to this? Because after you tell, they're not going to protect you.
Right.
They're not going to, it's not like the movies on AMC where they sit with the box car in front of your house and watch your house.
No. They're not going to protect you.
They don't do that. You walk to the store, they walk in front of you down the street. While you walking, you got to tell them it's not like that. So all you snitches, y'all got to remember that. You know, y'all got to remember that when your child get teased at school, blame you. When your cousin get teased, when your ex-wife get talked about, and blame you.
And here's what's interesting. I didn't realize how this works because, I'm not in this life, but I interviewed this guy named Joe Barone. He was the FBI's longest serving informant in mafia history. And what he said was, which I never really realized before, once you start working as an informant with the police, it's over when they say it's over. When you say, okay, you want to bust this person? Okay, I'm going to get you this information. And okay, that's great. We're going to need some more. Well, what do I get in return? No guarantees. We'll speak to the judge and we'll make a recommendation, but it's up to the judge. It's not up to us. And that's the thing. I think like for 15 years, he had to snitch. They wouldn't let him off that wheel. He had to keep cooperating. And there's always the threat of, well, we could always expose you. And then you'll end up in a box somewhere. Once you start that informant, that snitching, the police or the feds, they decide when they're done with you. And that could be after you take the stand against everybody. So a lot of times, man, you just take your time. Listen, you messed up. You take your time, you take your penalty, and you try to do better later on. But once you start being an informant, you start working with those guys, 5 years later, you might still be on that same situation. And when I heard that, it's like, oh, okay, that's crazy. Well, YNW Melly, by the time this part of the interview comes out, might be out of prison. Well, out of jail, actually, because he's still facing his trial. You were going to his trial at one point.
Yeah.
But you were causing too much attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point, the judge actually said that the prosecution has to prove why they've kept him in jail for this long. And unless they can prove it, they're going to let him out on bail. He's been in for what, 3-4 years now?
Probably about 4-5
Probably
years.
about 4 or 5 years. He was in there way before Young Thug.
Yeah, about 5 years.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know the situation, but he should at least get bail. He hasn't breathed air. And that's like all high school. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. And you actually know him.
Yeah.
Have you guys talked at all over the phone?
No, I ain't talked to Melly over the phone. I used to talk to his mom. Talk to his mom on the phone. I fuck with his mom. She a real woman. And I went and supported him a couple of times at the trial. I enjoy going to murder trials.